Welcome back. So as I promised, I'll show you how I get a burr with a screwdriver on a standard wood turning scrapers. And now a little warning about this: if you're not careful, you can get too big of a burr and you will have sort of mini catches here, which can lead to one big catch, because that kind of burr can be quite aggressive. Usually my preferred method is using a hone. So this is now straight from the grinder, and that usually is okay, but in my work at least I find it's better when I hone it. So then I would remove remnants of the old burr and put the fresh burr on, like so. You've seen me done many times in the videos, and usually that's quite nice and it's less grabby. So now the reason I started putting the burr on with the screwdriver first was when I didn't have the hones. I had wet and dry sandpaper, and then I would use the screwdriver to roll the tip over, the burr over, and somehow I get the hones, and I totally neglected that kind of method. But the reason why I like it is can be quite aggressive, and it can remove a lot of wood at once, and but they can have other side, and that it's quite grabby, and if you're not careful or anything but intermediate or advanced in scrapers, it can get or lead to quite a big catch. So you just have to be really careful with this. So how I raise the burr with the screwdriver is just hone any remnants of the burr from the grinder, and then I just grab the screwdriver and I push the metal out from the edge. So there will be like micro burr sticking out away from the very tip of the scraper. So I do it like this. Just a few times, and then you find a bevel here, lift it just a degree, just a little bit, and then lightly roll it. I just squeeze my palm and the other way, and that leaves with a nice sharp burr. And we'll see how it works. Just lovely. And dusty. Maybe you saw a little twitch here. That is that grabby point. So you just have to be real careful here. Light. If you don't have a feel for a scraper, I highly recommend you hone it before you get to the screwdriver method, because you really have to have a feel for scraper here. So it's quite dusty. So this is the surface right from the scraper, and this is the reason I stopped using card scrapers, because the surface on this is quite lovely, and since I do this quite quickly, then I just lift it up into shear scraping mode, go lightly, and now for the corner here I started using more and more the spear point scraper, which can be a little tricky to use, but it's quite nice tool, and this has the same burr on top. You see lovely shavings. is done. So that's really nice, pristine surface. Just take it off the chuck and I'll show it to you. So you can see there is a tool mark, but those tool marks will be gone in just a few seconds with the 180 grit. Here's a little bit better view. So really no tear out surface. So I'll just do the same on the inside. A shear scraper here first. To get this nice and smooth. Gouge for this. And then usually I let myself a little knob in the center if I can't get it with a gouge, and this has the same burr here on top. So I have a few ridges here from the gouge, you'll see, from the bevel, but those will sand away also quite quickly. But this is now really nice surface, and there's really nothing stopping you from sanding here the rim as well. So, but I can go with the scraper here as well. Just have to be careful how you present the scraper. This is now scraped surface, and hope it will focus it right. And that's a little bit rougher here, but I can improve it. Just to show you, this was freshly sharpened from the grinder, just to show you that the grinder option isn't bad, and I use it all the time because I don't want to waste a good burr. So you see the nice powder, dust, shavings, everything, and the surface is, since it's a nice fresh burr, it's quite nice. So I don't, like I said, I don't waste good burr from the grinder, so just adapt as I need, and if I need a little aggressive burr, then I'll use a screwdriver. If I have something like intermediate and it's much easier and faster method to use a hone, then I'll use a hone, or just straight from the grinder. So you just have to have all these options. There isn't one method that is right. So as with anything in life, you always have several options to do the same stuff. So hope this will clear a little bit on honing and the burr raising techniques.